everybody. Um, what's going on? My name's Cody Lear. If you would like to join the channel, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you here. We'll talk about the Titans game. It was a bad one. Really, really, really bad one. And I'm trying to hold my anger back because it was awful from the opening get-go. Right? They announced, like, before the opening kicked off, the Titans were not even lined up properly. And that's a fact, man. Like, I don't... That's just to giving them how bad the team was. Is they didn't even line up for the opening kickoff properly. They were down 7-3 after the first quarter. It was 20-6 heading into halftime, and then they still scored. They scored 2 touchdowns at the end to get the score to 41-20. But it was bad from the opening get-go. It was rough. The first play of the game after a kickoff, Cam Ward takes the snap, throws it right into the hands of Kenny Moore, ran back for a touchdown. Cam, overall, he played a pretty good game. I mean, the 23 for 38, 219 yards. He still did throw a touchdown to Ella Cam-Manor, second one of the year. Shout out to him. Tony Pollard got my friend a little bit of fantasy points, as he got about 10 points of fantasy, I believe it was. But overall, it was really just the Colts. The Colts just dominated. Daniel Jones looked really good. Titans could not get any pressure once again. Jonathan Taylor ran for 102 yards, 3 touchdowns, went absolutely bonkers. Also caught the ball, three receptions, 16 yards. Man, the Titans are a bad football team. That's really all there is to it. Now, Chigoziem Okonkwo, he had 5 receptions for 66 yards. Pretty good day for him. Calvin Ridley caught one 27-yard ball. Really nice. They couldn't run the ball. They couldn't pass the ball. Blocking was completely rough. There were no sacks on the game for the Titans. Not anything at all to really be happy about on the defensive side. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Daniel Jones looked like prime Peyton Manning out there, throwing for 228 yards and a touchdown. Michael Pittman, he had 73 yards and a touchdown, so happy for him, I guess. Congratulations. Another 4 sacks on the game. Tyquan Lewis had 2, I believe. Kwity Paye, I know he got back in there for 1, and Bill Galmore. That looks like that was the last one. Yeah, I don't know what to say anymore. Because when it comes to the Titans, that right side of the line, John Chukwu, I don't know how to say his name. I'm sorry. Apologize for not knowing how to say his name. But it was every snap he was off. And he would just get blown up immediately. When that right half of the line, and Blake Hance had to take over at right guard, and he played rough. Dan Moore led a couple plays up, which was tough to watch. But it was just, oh my gosh, it was horrible to watch. The play calling is horrible. There's a lot of people yelling for Callahan's job right now, and you kind of understand it. Press conference today saying they need to ball their fist up and fight, and they're going to play Houston. I mean, if the right half of that line cannot hold anybody back on the Colts, what are they going to do against Will Anderson? What are they going to do against Danielle Hunter? They're going to get in that backfield all game long if they cannot figure out how to block on that right side of the line. And you can't keep running screen plays all day, so they're going to figure that out. They have some really strong DBs that are going to blitz and get that play figured out real quick, and we're just going to see what happened with the Kenny Moore play. Poop, run back to the house. It was Cam's first interception, so you try to give him a little bit of benefit of doubt. I just don't know what to do, or what to say about that. Michael Pittman said it just seemed like the team didn't really want to play today. I don't believe he's wrong. I think Callahan is, and I don't want to say the man's run his course, because it's only his second year, 3 games in. You're starting with a new quarterback. You're trying to create a whole new system. But the play calling, you had to change your play calling up somewhat. You know, we show all these videos in practice of Calvin Ridley running really cool routes, doing this and that, Cam hitting him on the stride. But we're not seeing that in the regular games, right? We're seeing the same things. Okay, run the ball, bootleg, screen pass. We're not seeing any standard throws, the block, and the problem is a little bit probably because of the blocking. But you're still rolling out to the right constantly instead of trying to roll to the left. There was a really good play to Chigoziem Okonkwo where he came to the left, Cam caught him on the left, and then you didn't see anything like that for a while at that point. it was bad. It was horrible. And the Colts played a really great game. You have to give them all the credit in the world because they came prepared and the Titans just didn't. And I try not to be angry too much about it, but man, that was horrible. When you look at like team stats, the Titans lost in literally every category. First downs, third down efficiency was they were 5 for 14. Colts were 2 for 8. Colts didn't do great on third down, but you know they allowed 4 sacks. Colts only had to punt the ball once. I guess the Titans technically only punted the ball once. 8 penalties, 68 yards. So that is still being the problem. Time of possession, still owned it and didn't do anything but 20 points. That is bad. That is really, really bad. And you want to look at prep and you want to look at stuff and you want to tell yourself, okay, well, there's some positives. I did not see a single positive in that game. If you count later on in the rest of the game, I guess if you want to consider it that Tony Pollard also had 2 receptions, 14 yards, so probably about 13 on fantasy. So shout out to whoever had him. That's not bad at all. Xavier Woods played pretty good in the secondary. I thought Cedric Gray was a very, very good at stopping the run when he could. He played pretty well. Jeff Simmons, I want to see more of him. Kaiser White, he was playing some decent ball for his first real action. Cody Barton, obviously, probably leading the tackles on the team, but Xavier Woods and Amani Hooker, they should not be your leading tacklers, right? Because, and I know Deion Sanders said it back with Colorado, if your safety is your leading tackler, that means you're doing a horrible job on defense, because then your secondary is getting all the tackles because the ball is getting thrown over the top. The Titans cannot create any pressure. And that is a big issue. You brought in Femi Oladeo to go out there and go get some hits, and he has not done that. Sebastian Joseph Day has not gotten off the line. Jeff Simmons hasn't gotten off the line. I don't know what they do at this point other than try to blitz linebackers a little bit more, and maybe that'll create something. They play the Texans, who the O-line has not been phenomenal. Can they win this game against the Texans? Yes, they absolutely can, but I don't think they will. I don't know if this team wins a game at this point. That is how bad it is right now. I don't know what to say anymore. And Joey Sly, really shout out to him. It's definitely not his fault for what happened today at all, or not today, but yesterday. 2 for 4, 50%. Hit a 57-yarder. He kept attempting long ones and unfortunately missed a couple. Yeah, it just, what do you do in that case? Chimere Dike had 6 kick returns, 162 yards. Shout out to him. He did a pretty good job on the average. Not bad at all for that. You look at the special teams, you look at the offense, or you look at the defense. I don't think it's completely on the defense, but the defense still has to try to figure out how to create pressure. That is going to be a problem for them moving forward, is that they're going to have to figure out how to get pressure off of that line. It was a tough outing. It was a tough outing if you're a Titans fan. I don't blame the fans for booing. The fans definitely booed. And you can't blame them. The Titans are playing horrible football. And Callahan talked about possibly giving up play calling. I sure hope so, because it was horrible. It was bad. You kept calling the same 3-4 plays constantly. So I would sure hope that is your idea right now. I want to have faith in this team, but I don't right now. This might be the first 0-17 season, and that's crazy to say because there is still the Saints and the Browns on the schedule, but the Browns just knocked off the Packers of all teams, and the Titans are only scoring 20 points because of garbage time touchdowns. I don't think they would have scored more than 6 if the Colts were playing real defense for the rest of the game. You look at the Titans' schedule. I mean, the Colts are playing great ball. They're 3-0, so that's good for them. But I quickly look at their schedule. They play the Texans next. I don't see how they win that one unless they figure out how to get pressure off the line. They play the Cardinals, who aren't playing horrible football. The Raiders, that one's kind of a winnable game, so we'll see in that case. The Patriots, technically a winnable game, but the Patriots are playing really good football. The Colts, I don't see how they beat them a second time. Chargers, absolutely not. Texans at home, possible. Seahawks, no. Jaguars, I guess, is kind of possible. The Cleveland Browns, maybe. 49ers, no. Chiefs, no. Saints, maybe. And then Jaguars, again, maybe. But we'll have to see on that one. There's not a lot of positives that I'm going to say about this team right now. They are playing really hard football to watch. I can only hope that J.C. Latham and Kevin Zeitler get back on the field soon, because I don't know what you think at this point, because holy crap, it is bad over here. Now, there's some Monday Night Football tonight. I believe it's Lions versus Ravens, so I hope you get to enjoy that. Tomorrow we should be doing the NFL recap, maybe some college football recap as well, and then we'll do top 10 predictions this week. You'll see that. I'll try to figure out videos for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all that. No guarantees right now, but thank you if you did make it all the way to the end of the video of me just complaining constantly. I appreciate it so very much. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all next video.